Alright, today we are rebuilding a ball door button, actually, right here. This is broke. This should be connected. The piece should look similar to this. Now, there's two buttons, a left-hand and a right-hand button, but they can still work either way. We're going to get this out of here. For now, I'm just going to pull the lever out, the locking lever. And notice that when this is facing this way, this is angled, but it's angled so that way it's straight like that. The top is straight and this is angled down, which you'll figure out after you go to put it in. The first thing we need to do in order to get this button out of here is we need to get this shaft out. And we can't get the shaft out unless we take out this little screw. So that's what we're going to do. Nice and easy. Take out the little screw. Ta-da. And then we'll just pry this out. Find a flathead screwdriver. Okay. I'm just going to start prying here. Start to see that shaft come out. I could push a little bit harder all the way through here. If I get the right tool, I might make it all the way, but it's kind of a crappy angle. So from here, I'll probably just grab these pliers and pull it out the rest of the way. Like that. Ta-da. All right, now the button. When you pull the button out, slide out this inner part first, and then turn it, and you're going to see, if you look at it, one side is longer than the other. The longer side's got to come out first. So you're turning it up and out. It's kind of a pain to get it in here. Or out, rather. Maybe I get this jacked up. Well, okay, there we go. I went with the short side. I pulled this out, used the short side out on this one. So on this one, when I go to put it back in, I'm going to go short side in. Right? Or maybe long side in. Let's try it. It's kind of a pain. I don't know why I'm struggling so bad with this. Ready? But it's not. See where I'm stuck. You know, I used to think these things were switchable. Ah, there we go. Okay. Yay! So that's in there now. It's all the way through the front of the door. It looks kind of like this. We need the lever. So we're going to take the lever, like I said before. And the angle will go towards the front of the ball door. You can see how this is kind of angled. So that's going to go down towards the ball door. Slide that in. We're going to come back on this side and get this lever right onto that, and you'll see that there's like a little lip right here. So that's going to cover that lip. That lip's going to extrude just a little bit past that lever, so that way when we go to hit a lock nut or a speed nut, this is not the right size, but this is just to get an example. We're going to speed nut this down and then put a second speed nut, and I'll show you what that'll be for. I gotta get the speed nuts. Alright, I found the speed nuts. They are an M7 speed nut. I'm using a 9mm socket, and I am going to, very much like we do with the pin holders, I am going to hold this up, and drive this speed nut onto this post, shaft, whichever you want to call it. Although this is a bit of a struggle right here in this direction. I normally put this in the vise, and I might end up having to do that, but I'm going to try to do it without it. It's certainly not working out very well. Okay, in the vise we go. Okay, and now we're in the vise, and I've just got this vise onto the ball door itself, but the part that we're hammering is pretty much laying right on top of the vise, so there won't be much movement there. It'll just be more where I kick the camera. So you can see where I've got this thing all jacked up. I'm going to fix this. See how I straighten that out, and now I'm going to just drive it all the way down. I'm going to do that again with the second one. I'll get them fairly close together, but the thing is here is that they become a holder for the ball door spring. This one holds this lever, and the second one holds the spring, and we'll get to that here in a second. All right, we're back here over here. I got to get that ball door shaft that I pulled out at the beginning and dropped somewhere. Right here, I gotta put that in before I go any further with this. I'm gonna slide that in and through. It's gonna come out this other side, like so. And I'll put the screw back in to lock that into place. That shaft should not be able to escape now. It's stuck that way, and it's stuck by the screw the other way, so we're good there. Alright, the next step, since you can see that this cotter pin here is on this side where the lever used to be, and is no longer that way because we've used a different side button. But when you get these new ball doors, they actually have no holes in there for the cotter pin for the spring to attach to. So you do have to drill holes in the top. One there, and right here. These have already been pre-drilled, so we're not going to worry too much about drilling any holes. We are going to get this in there. And it doesn't really matter which way you bend this, but I kind of like to bend it in a way that it's kind of sideways. Just for the spring. We'll get a spring. Okay, now we have a spring, ball door spring. Very small. It's in the ball door box with all the rest of the ball door parts. We are going to put this bottom side in between these two speed nuts that we put on earlier. So it's going to be in between them. And we're going to take the other side and hook it up to that cotter pin head. Oh, bumping cameras. Really difficult. It's on here right now. I gotta move it out. Alright, and that just goes through that little head like that, and now the ball door is springing again. And the way the ball door works, in case you hadn't noticed this or paid any attention, the ball comes, it's getting pulled towards the back by the transport belt, it hits the ball cushion, and then starts driving towards the ball door. The ball then hits the ball door button, which lowers the locking lever right here. The locking lever will then be able to clear the locking bolt, which looks like this, and this will go underneath and allow the ball door to open. So that's just a little explanation. So this spring was gone, right? The lever was broken. The button shaft was broke off, so the lever was just stuck down like this because there was no spring, meaning that nothing was stopping the door. Any movement could bump the door open, and then a pin could just fly in. That's why it's important that we make sure to go through, well, I don't know, once or twice a week. Usually I just walk by and just take a flashlight and look for these springs on all the ball doors, and try to, you know, keep a lower number of ball returns going on around here. So that is your explanation on how to rebuild this. I will be making another video on how to put the whole ball door in, so look forward to that.